So why are many riders having a hard time finding a ride? Well, a lot of drivers just choose not to drive. Well, why is that? Well, the rate per mile still pretty low. On average, in most markets, drivers are only netting 50 to 75 cents a mile, 8 to 20 cents a minute. They rather collect government cheese, aka unemployment benefits, PPP loans, more money there than driving. And them being the only few drivers out there, and I get a request. 95% of my requests, 10, 15 miles away. Only going there to find out they're only going 1 or 2 miles. So the whole entire time, from the time I went from the drove there to the pickup to the drop off, yeah, only made like $3, $4. And yes, good chance the rider, just like 80% of the other riders, whether it's surging or no surging, no tip. Yeah, tips have been down. You thought tips would be up. They haven't gone up. There might have been an uptick in appreciation in tips doing Uber Eats. I'm not sure about DoorDash because I don't do DoorDash, but Uber Eats, yeah. In the past year, I would say the vast majority of people that order through Uber Eats have tipped. Far as rides, just like before the pandemic, not many people are tipping. Even if you were a nice driver, even if you provide a safe trip from A to B, because that's all what the passenger paid for, and even if you're one of those drivers that went above and beyond, helped them with their luggage, helped them with their groceries, gave them a phone charger so they could charge their phone during the trip, gave them the aux cord, even with all that, you still probably didn't get a tip. That's why a lot of drivers in the past year or two stopped doing extras. And maybe they realized, wait a minute, I only signed up to drive people from A to B. Riders only pay for a ride to go from A to B, nothing else. So there's a lack of appreciation. Oh, I need to go a long trip. Oh, it's a long trip. I can't do that trip. Oh, didn't hear an offer to pay me extra for the dead miling I gotta take coming back home. That's why a lot of drivers are just sitting out. Oh, and gas prices too high. Remember, drivers got to pay for their own gas. They're independent contractors, not employees. Now back to the riders. So I talked about the lack of appreciation, but I think even with most people not tipping, and why is that? I don't get it. You tip your bartenders. All they did was make a drink for you. They might have contributed to you getting drunk, but hey, screw the driver who got you home safe, prevented you from picking up a DUI or get into a crash, possibly losing your life. You tip servers. All they did was took down your order, brought out the food to you, checked to see how you were doing. But forget the driver that put wear and tear on the vehicle. You tip the barbers, hairstylists, masseuse for doing a basic job. But the driver that took you from A to B, even if it's across town, even if it's sat in traffic, nah, no tip. Oh yeah, and speaking of eating, now some restaurants charge an additional surcharge um, due to COVID. But hey, surge pricing, nah, even the smallest surge, I'm not gonna pay extra. Not a tip because hey, the driver's getting that money. Nope, not true. And even if it was not surging, it's not true. I don't get it. I guess it is what it is. But even with the non-tippers, most riders are still fine. But there have been an uptick in riders in the past year that have been very rude, trying to take advantage of drivers. When drivers, especially when drivers will not allow 4 people in the Uber X, because right now there's no front seat. More than 5 people in the XL. Again, no front seat available. Uh, Drivers won't allow parents to in the vehicle with their little ones without a car seat. Uh, Drivers gets attitude thrown at them. You when drivers tell riders, "Hey, I can't sit at this extra stop for more than 5 minutes." Get attitude. When drivers, and especially as of late, get to the pickup spot and sitting there for 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Passenger, up, be right there. No, 5 minutes is up, gone. Don't order a ride till you're ready to go. And there's a video I did about that. You can find it on Facebook and on YouTube. You know, riders that don't want to wear masks, even though the app tells you after you book the ride, it tells you one, and then on Uber it tells you twice, you must have a mask. I don't care if some of your state that you live in ended the mask mandate. Uber and Lyft still has the mask mandate. You have to follow by their rules. I wear a mask as a driver because I don't want to get snitched on by a rider. And then get a lovely message from Uber and Lyft. You know, riders that just are flat out disrespectful. We've seen drivers been physically assaulted. Remember what happened in the Bay Area? That lady assaulted that male driver. We've had drivers that have been robbed, shot, stabbed, killed. It's just unnecessary. And this is why basically a lot of drivers just don't want to work. So I apologize to the riders that are nice and genuine that just can't find rides, but from what Uber and Lyft is paying them to what they're taking out of the rider fare before giving it to the drivers is ridiculous. To the gas prices, to the lack of appreciation from riders, and to the rider attitudes. I'm sorry, but and I really you can blame the ones that ruined it for you guys. But I also will say, as a driver, well, to the riders out there, welcome to our world. I mean, now the tables are turned. You guys are getting a little taste of what it feels like. All the years we've had people treat drivers like garbage, and I'm not saying most riders are fine, but there's a lot out there that are just nasty. The thing is, riders need to realize they need us more than we need them. And I think now they're getting a little small taste of their own medicine. So, with that said, drivers, be nice to the riders, but also stand your ground. Riders, be nice to the drivers. It's not that hard, guys. But make sure to check out 916 Rideshare on Facebook at 916 Rideshare and subscribe to the YouTube channel 916 Rideshare. And until then, take care and stay safe.